So we finally got the last two episodes of season three of Smiling Friends, which was two episodes that were essentially the last of the show now because it was abruptly canceled a few months ago. And so, how were the last two episodes for now of Smiling Friends? I have to say, I enjoyed them for what they were. I thought that the robot one was kind of funny about being a play on AI and Midjourney, Sora, and all that. I like the kind of dilemma it had for Pym, where it had this robot that could grant pretty much any wish or desire that you want, and it starts doing Pym and Charlie's job, and it starts doing it better than they can. And Pym confronts the robot and is like, "What the fuck? This is my job. I appreciate what you do, but I'd rather do this." And then the robot's like, "Well, I can do it better." Again, a play on AI of like, "I like my job," but the AI is like, "Well, I can do it better," respectfully. But the robot poses a question to Pym, and I guess this is the first time something like this has been posed to Pym. I might be wrong, but I don't think this has been proposed to him of having a guaranteed. Well, we don't know if whether the robot could do this is up for debate, but I'm assuming it could in this universe, and I wouldn't be shocked. But the robot pitches that it could make the whole world be happy forever, and it could make it to where no one would ever need to smile again. But at that expense, Pam would never be able to make someone smile. And so his job and his purpose to a degree would not exist. And so it's a kind of a dilemma for him. And I liked it. I liked that there was actually some kind of genuine character arc and a character development of like, well, shit, like I want to be a good person. I want to make the world happy and better, but I actually want to have a job to do that. I like doing it. And so I like that aspect. I also liked how you had Charlie over here just and doing nothing but like, oh, hey, how about we make an AI generation of Alan as a hot dog or the boss as a hot dog? Oh, by the way, that's something else I kind of was curious about with these episodes is the boss is in the episodes, but I was thinking that since we had an Allen episode. We've had two Allen episodes technically. We've had a Glep episode. Pretty much the whole main cast has had their own episode except for the boss. So I thought one of these episodes was going to be a boss focused episode, but it wasn't. But he's in both of them. He's just not the main character. So that was interesting. But yeah, the AI robot episode, I liked it. It felt more like a kind of like a filler episode. It seemed like an episode you'd have kind of in the middle of a season. It's just kind of like a in between point. Out of the two episodes, I would say this is my least favorite of the two, but I didn't think it was too bad. And then we got to the last one, which is we finally, after 3 seasons of hearing about the legendary Charlie's uncle, we finally get to see him in the homunculi flesh and blood. And it kind of gave me a little bit of a reminiscence of that Mark Wahlberg movie. Was it Daddy's Home? Where it's the second one where they have their dads come in, and Mark Wahlberg, I think Mel Gibson was kind of his dad. I think it was kind of his dad or someone else. It was one either Mark Wahlberg or Will Ferrell. I think it was Mark Wahlberg's. But nonetheless, it's like a hyped up of like, oh my dad, oh my god, my dad's so cool, this and that. It was I don't know why it reminded me of Charlie's uncle of like how he's been hyped up as this like supreme badass. So it was kind of cool to finally see him because I was wondering the last 2 seasons if we would ever see Charlie's uncle. I kind of had a feeling we would see him just because of how much they talk about him, reference him, mention him, and we did. We did get him, and I didn't get disappointed. He was exactly how I would imagine Charlie's uncle based on what we have heard about him. Exactly how he would be. And then on top of that, it was also half of a Charlie and his uncle episode, and it was also a half Alan episode because he had his own subplot of he has this date with this bombshell hot chick at this restaurant, and I don't know why, but the chick she reminded me of a cross between um what is Max's girlfriend's name? She reminded me of a cross between Max's Goofy from Disney. She reminded me of looking like Goofy's son's girlfriend and Jessica Rabbit from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. She seemed like a blend of both of those. And maybe it was just me, but I felt like the animation had like kind of a crispness to it, if I can pronounce it correctly. When it came to the dating scenes and the dinner scenes, I don't know why, like it seemed really cinematic in a way of how they presented the Alan and the girl scene. So I liked it. And I also liked the whole Alan subplot. And, the whole thing of when he was going on a date and Pim was like, "Oh, cool, hey, I'm happy for you," and Alan's like, fuck it, I just do it for the fuck of it." And Pim's like, "Oh, okay." But we find out, plot twist, M. Night Shyamalan style, that the date that Alan has was actually not a date, it was the landlord. And it's funny that the landlord shows up in this episode because I predicted before season three came out, he was the one character I thought he will probably be back this season. And he was. It just wasn't the main season three, but he did show up. And it's kind of funny because at the end of the episode, when it's almost like it was almost like a Scooby Doo bit, how it's revealed that Alan's landlord was his girlfriend or his soon to be girlfriend, because Charlie's uncle has a dog, a pit bull that are no, not pitbull, Rottweiler, I think, that they are taking on the beach, and they just so happen to be on the same beach as Alan and his girlfriend, and the dog just goes fucking AWOL and rips her fucking face off, and it's like almost how Fred and Scooby Doo will pull the mask off and it reveals the actual villain. It was like almost the same thing when you revealed it was the landlord. And the first time I saw it, I thought, "Oh fuck, it's the landlord." And it's kind of unfortunate because in the episode, the landlord says, "Oh, we'll meet again," and it's like, well, as of a few months ago, they probably will not be meeting again. But I could see a mini series or like a spin-off of Alan and his landlord up to some fucking bizarre hijinks of like somehow the landlord, even though he should be dead or destroyed, keeps coming back like this, like just unstoppable, immovable force that just wants to play with Alan, play video games, and drink diet soda. I think that'd be a nice little spinoff. I mean, at this point, I'm kind of fucking down bad for any type of Smiling Friends content since we're not going to be getting season 4 or 5 for a little bit. But I enjoyed it though. I enjoyed the episode. It was my favorite of the two episodes, and it made me just really wish that we were getting more Smiling Friends sooner than later. Because I know it's canceled, but I still hold out. And you can say it's just straight copium, but I'm still holding out hope that at some point, it might not be this year, maybe next year or the year after that. I hope that we will have another season come out where Zach and I always forget the guy that voices Pim, but he's the other creator. I hope that they come back because it seems like they stopped because they were burnt out. So I'm hoping that they have a little period of taking time off from Smiling Friends. I really think that if they just have a bit of a time off from Smiling Friends and just do their own side projects and stuff like that, I feel like they might actually want to go and do a season 4 and 5 since they were supposed to do it. But we will have to, unfortunately, hope and wait and see for that to happen. But for now, this is all the Smiling Friends content and episodes we got, so we're going to have to enjoy what we got so far. But yeah, that's all I got for these two episodes. Let me know what you thought of them. And until next time, I will see you good people later.